Hey, the beginner blacksmith here with another video. Thanks for coming back. Today I'm taking a piece of scrap metal from the shop and turning it into what it looks like. I see a spoon here. I'm gonna draw this out nice and long as I can get it without getting too thin, and then get this into a nice, more spoon-like shape and see what we can do. Okay, this is where we're at so far. I got definitely a better spoon head shape to it. And now I'm just trying to compact this handle down. You can see this is the original thickness. This is after one heat of just kind of compressing it. So I'm gonna try to bring it in a little bit more right where the handle meets the head of the spoon to kind of define that a little bit more. And then we'll keep just squishing this down and we'll see how long of a handle we end up with, but it's looking like a spoon. All right, I am putting this over the horn, drawing it out a little bit. I want the handle to be a little longer than it is, a little thinner than it is. So a couple more heats to do that. And then I'll get it back to nice and straight instead of all wavy. And then I gotta figure out how to put the bend in the spoon and maybe thin that out a little bit too. Check it out. I'm really happy with where it's at. I'm gonna do a little curl in the handle right here, just because I think it'll look pretty. And then the spoon is still pretty thick. I tapered the handle down both this way and this way, and I like where it's at. I just need to get the spoon into more of a spoon shape and thin it out a little bit. I'm realizing it would be really handy if I had more of a rounded hammer head, but mine's pretty flat. So at some point I want to get a round hammer. That would really help with this project because I'm trying to get kind of a concave spoon shape, and this is just kind of leaving hammer marks on it. It's gonna work, I'm gonna get it done, but I need a nice round head hammer at some point. Spoon's in the forge. I looked around the shop to find something that I could use to get the concave in the spoon. And what I decided on is I'm gonna use a piece of wood. I'm gonna get a flap disc and I'm gonna bevel this out to the shape that I want, and then I'm just gonna hammer the spoon into this thing and see if I can't get it to shape. Well, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. It's got a nice dip to it, just kind of what I want for the spoon. Looks like I started a fire in the shop, but it worked. So I'm gonna get this spoon just a little more thinned out, and then we're gonna put it in this thing and we're gonna hammer it. My bevel, because of the circumference of the flap disc, I can't get it quite as steep of a cup in the spoon as I want, So I'm gonna use a ball peen to try to get it a little bit more to the shape that I'm looking for. All right, the ball peen worked great. I got that cup I'm looking for in it. This is not supposed to be a ladle, so I'm gonna bring this more down and then mess with the shape just a little bit and just clean it up, and then it'll be close to done. I'll probably do, you guessed it, a hot wire brush finish on it. But I'm happy with it. It's looking like a spoon. All right, now I'm gonna put the little bend in the end of the handle, make it a little more decorative. Well, my first time forging a spoon, unfortunately, I didn't forge it out to the exact look that I wanted. I don't have any swedges that are spoon shaped, so I had to use that piece of wood, and it's just lumpy on the edges here. You can see it's just not very uniform. It's got ridges. So I traced out more of a uniform shape, roughly. Clearly there's still like a point right here, but I'm gonna use the angle grinder and grind all this extra material away and just try to make the spoon look a little bit better. All right, this looks much better. A little more uniform, smooth. I just need to take it to the belt grinder and clean up the edges. There's some sharp spots I couldn't get with the angle grinder, and the belt grinder will get it nice and rounded and smooth. Here we go, got it nice and smoothed out. Just need to heat it up and get some vegetable oil on there to match the coloration of everything else. Here's the finished product. My first spoon. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not perfect, but I don't think anything handmade is perfect. It's got character. Couple things I wish I would have done better. I didn't chamfer the edges on this handle very well. This side's still pretty sharp. It's not going to cut anybody, but it would have been nice to have that chamfered and a little smoother, but I'm tired of heating this thing up, so I'm going to leave it. Got the spoon head looking much, much better from where it was. A little more uniform. And this is a usable spoon. It's going to go in my kitchen. I put the finish on it with vegetable oil, so it's food safe, which is great. And this is the first utensil that I've made, so I'm super stoked on it. This is the Beginner Blacksmith. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, give it a like, give it a subscribe so you can follow along for the next video.